You can deploy and debug online without reinstalling your dev environment or writing pipelines. Dory-Engine, let development be just about writing code. As developers, we are often slowed down by three things. 1. Environment issues. New computer, fresh system, and everything needs to be installed again. When an urgent bug happens, sometimes there is no usable environment at all. 2. Deployment issues. Kubernetes is powerful, but it is also hard to learn. YAML files, configurations, endless concepts often, writing code is the easiest part. 3. Release pipelines. You change just a few lines of code, but you have to maintain a complex CI/CD pipeline. Over time, you are afraid to touch it. In the next 5 minutes, I will show how Dory-Engine removes these burdens and changes the way developers work. 1. No environment burden. Fix urgent bugs with almost any device. 2. No learning burden. Run apps on Kubernetes without understanding Kubernetes. 3. No pipeline burden. Build, deploy, and debug without writing pipelines. Let's start with a real workflow. Scenario Demo 1. Create a project and go live with one click. In Dory-Engine, a development project can be understood as a complete workspace that covers everything from writing code to accessing a running service. Creating a project is extremely simple. You only need to fill in basic project information and select the corresponding code repository and Kubernetes environment. During project creation, Dory-Engine automatically creates a demo code repository, a dependency repository, an image registry. At the same time, it automatically configures all Kubernetes environment settings required for the project. I don't need to care about how the code repository, dependency repository, or image registry are configured. I also don't need to worry about Kubernetes connection details. Once the project is created, I can directly run the pipeline. The pipeline itself is very simple. Pull code from the source repository. Automatically pull dependencies from the dependency repository and build the project. Package the build artifacts into a container image and push it to the image registry. Automatically deploy the container image to Kubernetes. Up to this point, I haven't written a single pipeline script, and I haven't written any deployment configuration. I did just one thing: bring a project from nothing to running directly on Kubernetes. Scenario Demo 2. Check the result using Kubernetes without needing to understand it. After the pipeline finishes, the service is already accessible. I can also open the Kubernetes dashboard to view container status, replica counts, and resource usage in a very intuitive way. I can even enter containers like managing a traditional host, check running processes, execute commands for debugging, and view container logs. What I want to emphasize here is this: I am using Kubernetes capabilities, but I don't need Kubernetes skills. Scenario Demo 3. Change code and test online immediately. Next is the most common scenario in daily development. I add a version field to an API and commit the code. Now we enable automatic module change detection in the pipeline build stage, so the pipeline can identify which module has changed in the repository. I open the repository, modify the code, and commit. Dory-Engine automatically detects which module has changed, and updates only the relevant modules during the pipeline execution. After refreshing the API, the new feature is already live. For me, online testing becomes a natural outcome of writing code. Scenario Demo 4. The browser is all you need. When a critical bug occurs, I no longer open an IDE to fix it. I open a browser. I edit code directly in the repository through the browser. Use the Kubernetes dashboard to inspect containers, check logs, and test APIs. Throughout the entire fix process, a computer is not even strictly required. Development tools have effectively been reduced to a browser. Scenario Demo 5. Middleware is ready when you need it. In real-world development, applications alone are not enough. You also need middleware such as databases and caches. In Dory-Engine, these can be deployed directly as components. There is no need to install them locally, and no need to maintain environment differences. The environment no longer belongs to a specific machine. It becomes a built-in capability of the project itself. Scenario Demo 6. Adjust deployment parameters without starting over. After an application goes live, I realize resources are insufficient. I just want to increase CPU or memory, and I don't want to rebuild or repackage the application. In this case, I simply run an interactive ops pipeline and execute only the deployment step. Going live is no longer a full end-to-end process, but an action that can be performed on demand.
Nice.
Back to the 3 burdens. Now let's go back to the beginning. Environment burden is gone. Any device, any browser, fix bugs. Learning burden is gone. No Kubernetes knowledge required. Pipeline burden is gone. No scripts to maintain. Dory-Engine does not change just a feature. It changes the development lifestyle. Dory-Engine is open source and free. Try this way of development yourself.